Welcome back, beautiful people, to another episode of Diamond Cast. This week, we dive headfirst into the most memorable live shows of our lives. This could be everything from school gigs gone wrong to completely accidental concerts and those unforgettable moments that shaped us as people and as musicians. We've got some exciting tour news that you won't hear anywhere else because I accidentally spilled the beans, and Patreon news, YouTube membership updates, and there may even be a sneaky new soundboard item that may well quickly become a Diamond Cast classic. Let's get into it. Hello, welcome to another very hot episode of Diamond Cast. We're here today in, what's it been this week? I know it's been 30, but it feels so much more muggy over here. I don't know if it feels that way where you guys are. Put it in the comments if it's been really hot this week. I mean, it's crazy where I've been. I've been in a 34-degree room for the entire week, and so it's pretty crazy. Yeah, working on a set for something, which is a bit mad. So, what about you guys? Are you slightly less unhinged?
Yeah, I've been quite fortuitous because where I've been, it's been more clement, and now I'm right in the north of the country in Scotland. So
what's clement mean?
Clement, I think, means sort of
saints,
sort of average temperature, nice. or just mildly pleasant. Nice. like my personality, mildly pleasant. And that's why people say inclement weather when it's raining or whatever.
All right.
That's if they're being polite.
Have you had rain?
No, just sort of nothing. But now I'm up in Scotland now, where they're probably having their 3 weeks of summer because I could walk outside with a vest in Scotland.
Okay. That's not normal, right? Because in Scotland you wear a jacket. Is that
no? And I'm sure
correct?
Any of our Scottish viewers can tell you that there's not a lot of t-shirt weather in Glasgow.
I've only been to Scotland when it's cold. And I'm very much looking forward to going to Scotland on your tour because I really want to go to the two different places and learn how to do the different Scottish accents. So I'm hoping someone's going to teach me.
Well, it's
bingo cards in.
Because you're good at a Scottish accent. And as soon as I got here, I got into the hotel and the people on the reception were obviously talking in Scottish because they are Scottish. Not in Scottish, with a Scottish accent. And it's
a different language.
Yes, it's a different language. A moment to tune into it, and I thought, I love this. And I thought there's one word that I'm getting okay at, which is if you say any word with like an ed on the end, like excited, there's this sort of I'm excited thing.
Yeah,
that's sort of right. Because you're good at this, Nat. Would you say that's sort of right?
I don't know which part of Scotland it's from, and I don't know the difference in the Scottish inflections in both sides or of the east and west, and I know when I hear it, but I don't know how to do it. So if I try and do a Scottish accent, people from Scotland are going to go, "You've mixed them all up."
Yeah,
that's why I'm looking forward to your tour because I get to notice the difference because I get to go to the actual separate places and pick them up.
We do a little accent tour diary.
Oh, we're going to do an accent tour diary. Everybody better be ready.
I was in a band once, and we actually had a physical tour book, a bit like a hotel has a guest book. And what we would do is we would take it around the shows, and afterwards, when we met people, we get people to write a little message in it, and that was quite cool.
In their accent, how do you write in an accent?
Yeah, no,
spell it phonetically. Whoa.
Yeah, and I just wondered if that
excited.
If that might be a cool thing for us to do. People can write messages, and if people want to leave their email address so they could sign up to a web, they can, but they don't have to.
That's nice.
We did it like that, so it was almost like a mailing list, but it was a bit more fun. So people could write little messages about what they thought and stuff. And I've still got it today, and it's still really fun to look back on. And I wonder if that's
kind of like a guest book that Bed and Breakfast when it's a family thing.
But it's like a mobile guest book. So maybe we could do something like that again. But with us, it's quite sort of on brand, I think, with how we like to meet people and connect and stuff.
Yeah, that's really cool. It's good that you guys are starting to think about different things that you can do for the tour. now, because then you can we start enacting them, write them all down, keep them in a little place, and then work out what we're going to do. Make sure we remember all these things because it's quite close to the tour now, isn't it? We're how many weeks away? 2 months.
2 months.
8
Something
weeks.
like that, yeah. And
wait.
You also have to remember that 90% of touring is traveling and waiting, and
it's 11 weeks.
So we have a lot of time to fill.
rushing and waiting is what I seem to remember.
So we can fill it with doing accent stuff.
Yeah, and
Yes.
Natalie, what cities is it that we are playing in which we can define
I'm going to remind you.
our accents?
So you are playing in Glasgow and Edinburgh. That's on the 24th of October and
differences.
the 26th of October, Edinburgh. Then you are playing on the 29th of October in York and the 30th in Newcastle. And then the week after that, on the 4th and 5th of November, you're playing in Bristol and Cardiff. And then on the 7th, you are playing in London town.
Ooh, that's the first announcement.
That is the
First time
accent
we mentioned that.
you better nail.
Oh, we have an
Oh, is it?
Yeah. We just snuck out an exclusive announcement.
That's
Wait. I thought we were... Hang on. Wait. Were we not supposed to say that?
No, you can say it.
I didn't know as well, to be honest.
he didn't know.
I thought we already put it.
You asked what days you were playing, so I had to tell you. Sorry.
That
The
was
cat's
brilliant.
out the bag now.
That was brilliant. And do you know what was great about that was I wasn't expecting you to reel them all off with the dates and places. That was brilliant. That was like you've just got it all to hand at all times. Maybe you've got like a Terminator.
You literally asked when are we playing and what towns. Oh no, you said what towns are we playing in, and I had to say when because people got to know. Anyway,
That's very good.
with the birthday massacre and lesbian bed death.
Correct.
Apart from the London show, which is going to be our own show.
Yes.
We're
and we
working
will-
on
Yes.
the lineup for that in a minute.
Yeah. So that'll be superb. Superb.
Who
Excellent.
wants to play with Diamond Black?
Get involved.
No, that's sorry. If you I didn't know you weren't supposed to say anything about that.
We can say it. We've said it.
Said it
I
now.
Okay, well there you go. Me and my big mouth. Before I start revealing any other things that I know about that I'm not supposed to know about. Cool. Why are we here today?
Why are we here today? Well, we were going to talk today about memorable live shows, gigs. And those can be either ones that we've played ourselves or ones that we've attended and we've witnessed. I'm going to talk about a gig that I did. Actually, my very, very first, if you can call it a gig, live performance, which was, I've got my notes, done my homework.
Do you need notes to talk about your own performance, Ben?
Yeah. Well, actually, it was the notes that everybody else
It's
gave me, the criticism. It was so this. I was 11 years
He
old.
always puts his hair on the wrong side of the microphone like that. You can never see him.
Yeah, it was it's concealed. So I was 11 years old, and it was in school, and it was a Christmas talent show. And all I can remember of what anybody else did was there was a bunch of kids who got up and clearly hadn't practiced anything and just kind of sang Jingle Bells with some tinsel and messed around. And I remember sitting there because I'd done so much preparation. I remember sitting in the audience thinking, because I felt like I had done preparation. So I got up and I played guitar, and it was the first time I'd ever played guitar in public like that. And what I did was I was super inspired by the scene from Back to the Future with the Enchantment Under the Sea ball where Marty McFly plays Johnny B. Good, right? And he does like a kind of more rocked up version of it. And I've been so inspired by that. So I was like, I want to do that. So, you know, when you're a kid and you have these like grand designs of doing something and not realizing the reality of what that would actually mean to do that. So I said, yeah, I'll just do it. So what I did is I recorded the backing, which was just a rhythm guitar, on a tape player that my friend Ben Taylor pressed play on for me. And there was no drums, there was no click track, so I had to just listen to the guitar part that I'd recorded and play the lead along with it. And I had been practicing for ages, and it was the first time that I'd ever done anything like this. And I was very, very nervous, as you can imagine. But a bit of back, just to press pause on that, to give you a bit of context, that was a few months into secondary school, high school. and I wasn't getting on that well in terms of how my relationship with the other kids. I had long hair, I was into rock music, and my school was kind of pretty mainstream. In fact, when I first walked into the classroom on the first day of school, I'd walked into the class a bit late, most of the class were already in there, and the first thing that anybody said was this girl in the back row in a very strong Bristolian accent went, "Who the fuck's that?" Right, so that was my sort of welcome to Fulton High School. And I hadn't been getting on that well, and I felt a bit sort of, very nervous and anxious about the other kids and stuff. So this added to the kind of sense of terror. And so I got up and I played this thing, and at the end of it, I added a little bit at the end, which was I did this two-handed tapping thing, which is a bit like what Martin McFly does. Towards the end of the song, when he goes really crazy at the end and takes it like off piece to start doing all this stuff. So I did this tapping thing at the end, which to the untrained ear sounds really impressive. But as you'll know, if you play guitar, doing like a tapping thing is actually quite easy, or easy-ish. But it looks impressive because you're doing something different with your hands rather than just doing that. So I did this tapping thing at the end, and I finished playing. And this is how I remember it. Whether or not that's really how it went, because it's now a long time ago, I felt like the room erupted into a cheers of 1,000 people doing a standing ovation, right? That's how I remember it. It was probably about 63 people clapping quite enthusiastically. But it's
quite a good amount of people. I thought you were going to say it's like 3 people, like sporadic.
No, it was good. It felt full. It was the
good.
entire of the first year, like year 7. It was the entire first year, year 7. And everybody was clapping, and I remember feeling so like thrilled about the fact that I'd done something that I really liked, and people had responded so positively to it. And for a little while after that, in school, I didn't get bullied quite as much. I remember there was this one particular moment where these kids came up to me in the playground and started on me as usual, but then one of the guys kind of stopped and said, "Here, listen, no, don't have a go at him because he's really good on the electronic guitar."
Electronic.
Yeah. He's really good on electronic guitar. And so for a while, got a little bit less bullied. And the kind of lesson that I learned from that was that, generally speaking, people admire others if they have a passion for something and if they put that passion into actually achieving something. So even if I'd got up and I'd done like some really good juggling, or done like I'd shown them how I can make my own T-shirts or something, and they were quite good, I think you'd still have that effect because you show people that you're passionate about something and you're creating something. And that was sort of the lesson that I took from that, and it inspired me to keep going because I went through high school and continued to get bullied, but I thought, I've got that guitar thing. If I can keep doing that, then that's sort of a way out of this. That's a way that I can find my own path and find a place where I can actually be and be myself away from all this. And sometimes it was a means of solace. It was a means to find sanctuary of, I'll keep playing and that will help me to move on and get somewhere else. So yeah, I think that was a really important and memorable live gig for me. It was then counteracted about a year later when I played. Did you guys ever have those school like concerts in the evening or lunchtime where there would be a number of things happening? Like people would be doing a classical piece and then there'd be like a piano piece and
Talent show.
Yeah, but it was more like what ours was called the Autumn Chamber Concert. So it was mostly like classical pieces. But you'd always get a band. You'd always have like at the start of side part 2, there'd be a band and they'd play Sweet Child of Mine or whatever. And this year,
We never had anything like that.
that's a bit exciting, wasn't it? I was doing it, and I was part of this band of sixth formers, a science teacher, and me. And we were doing Queen, Crazy Little Thing Called Love, okay? And I'd learned all the little Brian May guitar licks and stuff, and we'd done loads of lunchtime rehearsals, and I was super excited about it. I was looking forward to it for so long. Got up and we did this, and just as we started playing, Mr. Phillips, the music teacher, came up onto the stage and turned my guitar down so it was pretty much inaudible, right? And it was so frustrating because I'd practiced so much, we'd practiced, I was so excited about it. And when you're a kid, you only have these like little things now and then to look forward to. And Mr. Phillips had just come in without asking to turn that down. And afterwards, I just couldn't stop thinking about it. I couldn't stop thinking about how frustrated and disappointed I was and like reliving it over and over again of, if only he hadn't turned it down, if only, and really let it consume me. And I think that's something that I could look back psychologically and recognize. I think that was actually a point that I kept referring to throughout my life of never being able to get over when something goes wrong, like fixating on it, reliving it, not being able to just go, no one really cares, it's fine, it's whatever, but just that fixation on something going wrong. And it was interesting to sort of look back and go, that's something
That's where it all came from.
It's funny. Adam and I
we
were talking about this week, actually. Sorry, I'll turn the fan off. Adam and I were talking about this week. Is like what things happen in your childhood, or like at school, or that your teachers say to you specifically, or your parents say to you, that shape you for the rest of your life and give you a complex about things, and how once you've identified it, it's really easy to get over it because you can go, oh, that was them, right? And it's just me, and I shouldn't have this anymore.
Or vice versa.
Well, it's hard to get over it.
No, like in my case, like when I went to school, like and the first kind of week or so, anyone tried to bully me, I just wouldn't let it happen. And so I went to like this, I asserted myself as like unbullyable, and so it never happened. So it's just like a lot of very important things you don't really know that are happening at the time. Like if it's a good positive one. Everything's a test.
So
and then you learn from them.
Yeah, so how would you have been inspired? Did you have like to be like that in school and be that strong? I think is quite rare, and that's really like good on you to set that precedent straight away. You made that boundary, and then people wouldn't cross it. I
think being very funny helps. If you're quite comedic and quite witty, you can sort of deflect a lot of things, and then it
don't be too much of a smart ass.
Yeah,
because
not
I was
smart,
that.
but I can.
And I used to say jokes that went over their heads a little bit, and then I was like, they were like, "You're more of a dweeb." First thought. But then, as Ben said, if you are passionate about something, you can easily you can dweeb your way out of being a dweeb, because you can just be like so passionate about something, and then people recognize that and they think, actually, we really like that. Even if you're not good at it at first, if you just really like it, you can get out of it, and you can be like, that's your thing, and that's what you do. And then suddenly everybody's like, oh, respect. Like after a while, like Ben, I was like, oh yeah, no, don't pick on her, she's well safe. Do you know what I mean? But like kids in my class would say that, which to people that aren't from the UK means all right.
Yeah. Just I think what you said about you guys said about being comedic and almost like leaning into it, rather than like someone come up and bullying you and you're like, oh my god, I'm really and being really scared. It's almost like, oh, that's interesting that you think that. And they're like, my brother used to do this because he would always walk around with a book because he loved reading, and so he'd walk to school, he's reading a book, and of course he got the nickname Bookworm. And, all the kids would be like, "Here, what book you reading, Bookworm?" And they'd say stuff like, "Here, what's the longest word in a dictionary?" And my brother actually knew what it was. So
Anti-dissertation.
Yeah, so he would actually say what it was, and they'd be like, "Here, listen to E-Mind." So, like,
but if he's unbothered, then it's like it's cool, right?
Yeah, totally. It's like, well, this is the longest word in the dictionary. I'm telling you, that's it.
When I was 6 years old, I used to get stopped by the year 6 kids in my class, and they asked to tell me. They asked me to spell supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. I can't even say it. They'd stop me in the playground. They'd group around me and they'd say, "Can you spell supercalifragilisticexpialidocious?" And I could, because I had the Disney sing-along songs, Follow the Back Ball, and I'd memorised, because I've got a good memory, I memorised how to spell it. And they were all absolutely dumbfounded. They'd test me on it. They'd be like, "She can't do that. She's 6." Bloody did it every time. And then they'd ask me to spell things all the time, all the time, spell this, spell that. And I'd be like, duh.
Yeah. So once again,
if you dweeb enough, you dweeb yourself out of being a dweeb. I'm telling you.
Yeah, because you showed an actual ability. It wasn't just you were nerding out, watching things passively. You actively had learned something, and you had an impressive skill from it.
But if you nerded out enough at a film or a TV show you liked, you'd know enough about it to know more than them. All you've got to do is know more than them, and that's it. It's the key. It's the hack to life. We were talking about life hacks the other day, like how to beat the game in things, and that's one of the ways to beat the game in early school is to just know more about the people that are challenging you and testing you, slightly more about it, and don't be a smart ass about it. There's a fine line between being smart and a smart ass, and when you've got it, you're sailing through school.
Yeah, very good, very good.
Wait, I've got.
Well, absolutely.
That's new addition to the soundboard.
Ben sent three versions. Which one is that?
Oh, I don't know. I just used the first one. There you go.
Oh my God!
That's for the
Did you just
fans.
make that?
That's for the fans. There you go.
Well, absolutely.
New soundboard edition.
Well, you asked me
That's
to do
insane.
it. I did it.
That's insane. I didn't know that was going to happen.
I prioritised it as a task. I got up there and it was right. Before I do anything else today, I'm going to record well, absolutely. And
Can I send you one, Adam? I have one, but I'm
Okay.
not going to tell you guys what I'm going to say.
Okay, we'll save it as a surprise for next week. Okay.
Oh my God, that's really
one of your
exciting.
characters.
Make it a surprise. Don't tell me what it is.
Exactly, one of my favorites.
Well, there you go. Oh my God.
Let's
You're
do it
gonna be
again.
like,
Let's have it again.
that's brilliant.
Well, absolutely.
Oh my God. If you're playing bingo today, then you've got
That's a new
I
spin
wish
on
I
the
brought a
bingo
red
card.
ball, man. This is really good.
amazing.
Okay.
So, of course,
Right,
because I'm
okay.
a massive nerd, I actually did 3 variants. So there were options. So, brilliant. So,
If you join the Patreon, you can find out what the other two are.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
yeah, maybe we can make them like available content for Patreon people.
Oh, dude, shout out to the
Yeah.
Patreon subscribers. Thank
How many
you
we
very
got now?
much. I think we got like 10, which is wicked.
That's
Wow,
Names
what's
at
up?
work. They have their names at the end of this episode.
The names come up at the end, don't they?
Yeah,
And what do people get? What is the content that's coming
there's
out on
loads.
Patreon? Can you describe some of that?
There's loads of stuff. Off the top of my head, I can't remember anything, but we've done
Well,
you
yeah,
go
there's
for it. I've
loads
put
of
some
cool stuff.
tabs
So I
and
know,
stuff.
Adam, you were doing some bass tabs for the songs.
Yeah.
I did a little video the other day which was describing one of my approach to doing some vocal harmonies, and there's some examples of them in the song, and I talk about why I chose certain notes and stuff like that. So that's some interesting stuff. I'm going to do some guitar solos on the weekend, and we can put those up in terms of how to play the guitar solo for this song kind of
Yeah.
thing.
There's loads of stuff on. There's loads of stuff on there. Check it out.
Vinny's going to put up some lessons about how to be tough.
I was going to say workout videos, but okay.
Well, that kind of is how
That
to
is
be
the
tough,
tough,
isn't
That
it?
video, that'll be fun.
I'm going to put some drum videos as well.
Yeah, come on.
So when you talk about workout videos, what are we going to learn? Are we going to learn how to do like various different workouts from you, or pardon?
Ben, what are you going to put? What kind of workout videos are you going to put?
Well, you see, I'm not. You're doing them. You're doing.
What?
Yeah, it's Vinny's tough workouts.
I'm looking forward to seeing this. So it'll be really interesting to for people to understand kind of how you get so tough in the first place, and what kind of things you need to do to keep yourself tough.
Tough.
But check out the links in the description. We're gonna have loads of previews of the album stuff and exclusives on there as well. So there's lots of stuff coming.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Wait.
Well, absolutely.
I like the echo.
Oh wait, no, wrong one.
Echo.
Oh no, I hit the crickets instead. Sorry, that inappropriate crickets.
Yeah, I did it properly now. I did it on a proper microphone in a recording program with like a little bit of reverb on.
Yeah, I appreciated the reverb. I thought that.
It's really good because it comes out of nowhere, and you're like, "What's that?" Disembodied like voice of God somewhere. Like,
I wouldn't go that
Right.
far.
well, no, I don't mean that. I don't mean you are the voice. I mean, just it sounds like a voice of God. It's just a shame it turns out to be you.
Well, that might be when you turn up at the pearly gates. That might be like what God might say if you haven't been very good. Like, You shouldn't really be
Immediately
there.
a trap door opens and you go down a big chute, never to be seen again.
Accompanied by, well, absolutely.
Oh no.
Nice.
Well, there you go. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
So, memorable live shows. Vinny V, what have you got?
Yeah, I want to talk about this band I saw a few years ago. They are called Dave Matthews Band. I don't know if you guys know them, but
No.
absolutely one of the best live bands I have seen. And I've been watching their videos before I saw them live. You know, they're really, really tight, really amazing band. And I've been listening to their albums since a long time ago. Anyway. But yeah, so when I saw them at the O2 in Greenwich, and I wasn't really expecting much, but I know that, you know, they're really good musicians. But when I saw them live for the first time, they just blew me away because of the musicianship. They were just absolutely all amazing musicians. And I remember specifically at the whole concert, I was just probably focusing on the drummer and the bass player. They were so tight. It's just unbelievable that the guy, Carter Buford, he's just an unbelievable drummer. He plays open-handed like this. I think he's left-handed, but his kit is a right-handed kit, but he plays it as a left-handed. So it's very interesting technique. But yeah, like I said, I was just focusing on the drummer and the bass player the whole time. They were just so tight, and that's when I realized that the backbone of the band are the drummer and the bass player. Without them, you know, because they're
fuck you, guitarist.
yeah. They're basically the driving force. I think if let's say the drummer is not tight or the bass player is not tight, then because the guitarist or maybe the singer and the keyboardist, they follow the drums and the bass. So if you don't have a really tight rhythm section, everything will kind of fall apart. And that's when I realized that night, my God, these guys are amazing because of the drummer and the bass player. And obviously the other guys are absolutely amazing as well. And just amazing musicianship and great songs as well. I think they're not that big in the UK, although they're absolutely big in America, in the US. But in the UK, they're not that much. But they're still really, really good band. And it was memorable for me because of the drummer. It's just amazing drummer, so inspiring. I think after I saw them, the next day I went to my studio, started practicing. Obviously.
Nice. So every time you see a good drummer, it makes you practice harder.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's just so inspiring for me to see someone like that level as well. So, oh my God, I want to get to that level as well. Yeah.
Nice.
What's the feeling when you see a good drummer? Is you look at them and you think, yeah, I can do that, or do you look at them and you think, oh, I wish I could do that, or like what's the kind of the raw emotion? Yeah.
I think I just kind of study what they're playing. Say, oh, that's interesting. Oh, I wonder what he did there. You know, oh, that's amazing. So I'm gonna try that tomorrow. I'm gonna, also I look at his setup as well because sometimes the multi-angle, so I can see his setup from the big screen and kind of like just looking at the setup, the cymbals and toms and stuff. Just all drum nerdy stuff.
That's quite a healthy attitude because some people would look at like someone that's really good and be like, oh fuck, or I'm really jealous, or like I'll never be that good. But you take it in a way like, oh, that's inspiring to try and I want to do that.
I can do that. I never got like. It sounds like you just look at something and you go, I could do that.
You just don't know how.
Straight away. You don't even have any doubt at all that you couldn't, which some people, I guess, might. Brilliant.
That's a really good way of looking at it because it is possible to look at it and feel demoralized by, oh, they're really good, I wish I was that good, and see the difference that way rather than recognizing this is a human being, I'm a human being, they've done it, I can do it. And it's just a much better reframe of it, isn't it?
Every single thing on this planet has been done by a human being. You're a human being. What does that take?
Doable. Everything's doable. Attitude, positive mental attitude.
And just because they've done it doesn't take away from your chance to do it. It's not like there's a finite amount of success and talent that only like certain people are allowed to have, and then you can't have it because they've got it, which I think is also something that can be quite difficult thing to get past, particularly when you grow up and you're seeing all sorts of things on social media and everyone's doing, you feel like, well, I've certainly felt like, oh, everyone's doing better than me. And it's like there's only enough success to go around. If they're doing well, that means I can't do well. But in fact, it's quite, as Adam said, it's the opposite. It's if they're doing well, I can do well because they're proving it. They're proving that it's possible.
Actually inspires you to do well. Sorry.
But do you think like people sometimes think, well, fucking every type of music's been done already. Everything's been done before. Like, what's the point of trying? then you realise there's like an infinite combination of notes and styles and stories and, you know, people playing it. Everything, there's nothing, all bands are unique, even though there's genres and things that sound similar.
Well, exactly, because no one's ever going to sound like me or you or Vinny.
Or the combination of us as well.
And then the combination makes a completely new entity.
Absolutely. And the combination of all your experiences and what we've heard on the last 2 casts, all your passions, the music that inspires you, and all of your 3 life experiences together, there's not a single group in the world, or that has been and that will be, that do that. And I think you proved that in the last few recordings I've been hearing that you've been making. It's just really unique what you've been producing, and it comes from all of those sounds. You can hear it all really clearly, and I think you guys need to be proud of that and just take a step back and remember all of that. And just I think it's really important.
Thank you. Well, that seemed like a place to play well, absolutely, but I thought I might undermine the sentiment, so thank you.
Yeah, don't overuse it. I think that's a really good way to be about, like, going back to the thoughts on success and on looking at stuff and thinking, being inspired by it. When you see other people being passionate about something and doing something well, it's inspiring. And the more that it sort of feeds each other, you can get lots of passionate people doing things together. You end up going, oh, I could do that, I could do this, and then it makes things better in general. I think that's how humanity has evolved, because we're like that. We're very, very passion and enthusiasm is contagious.
Yes, it is contagious, and energy is contagious, isn't it? It's like you can walk to a room and you can, if there's good energy, or there's someone who, someone can walk into a room and either they can make the room feel energized, or they can actually bring it down, and just by the vibe and the energy and stuff. So energy is a very powerful thing in terms of just what people bring. And you're absolutely, and it's contagious, isn't it? It can help people feel more inspired. I think some of that idea of competitiveness, certainly for me, came from, I remember, again, being in school and watching other musicians perform. And I remember once watching a band do Living on a Prayer in assembly. And they were
Cool.
from the year above.
Crazy assembly. We had to do Kumbaya and shit like that. Give me oil in my lamp.
We had to do that as well. But
we had to sing Shine Jesus Shine.
So this
Living on a Prayer, I guess it sort of sounds a bit Christian.
There's got prayer in it.
Wrong kind of prayer.
So listen.
Right.
So they came in and they did this version of it, and I was playing guitar at the time. I wasn't playing in the band, but I was in the audience watching them, and I was like a budding guitarist. And I remember watching the guitarist and going, he did the solo wrong, and feeling really happy that I knew he'd done it, hadn't done it exactly as it was. And I try and think, why couldn't
How old was he?
So he's probably 12 or something.
This is why people are afraid of going on stage, because they know people like you in the audience. And everyone's like, he comes off and he goes, I think I played a bum note. I was like, no, you didn't, it's fine, no one heard it. And then you in the corner
I think you'll find a number of notes played incorrectly. And I think, I look back and why did I get some sort of feeling of, not happiness, that's too far, but sort of smugness over the fact that he'd done it wrong. And I realised in hindsight it's because I felt that if he and that band are good, it's taking away my chance to be good. And because being good at something, that was the only thing I was good at, it was this is my one thing, and now they're taking it away from me. Because being in that kind of school environment where I felt that it was such a hostile environment, this was my one thing. And they were going to, rather than recognizing that what that really was, this is great, he's doing it too. Maybe I can chat to him, we can have a jam, we can build this thing.
I think we talked about this in a previous cast. It's very easy to get, when you're starting in a band or on your musical journey, to not be jealous, but be a bit more what you're saying, I don't know what the real word is, but if there's someone else being successful, you're a bit more oh, fuck them. And it's
it's like it's taking it away from you.
Yeah, exactly, because you feel like you're in competition with them, and you're like, oh, why am I successful? My band's better, or my music's better than, like, why are they getting on? And it's very easy to fall into this sort of pit of bitterness. But
Totally, and
like,
particularly when you're in a band, I remember this from being in bands when in my late teens and early 20s, and in our local Bristol scene, if another band got a really good support slot or a feature in a magazine,
that's what I'm getting at. Yeah,
a feature in like a magazine, I'd be like raging. I'm like, that's not fair. I want us, as if it meant what it should have been was, this is great. A brand from Bristol.
It should have been us. We're better.
That's it. I guess maybe that's just like youth and how you kind of view things when you're younger as well. But I definitely remember that very competitive feeling.
But even if you are, right, even if you are musically better or whatever, or your songs sound better or the produce better, you might not have been in that place at that time, which got you that feature or got you that thing, right? So it's the combination.
It's completely irrational. It could be like a band that's a completely different genre. It's just like they're on the same scene, and I'm like, why are they getting picked up and not us? Kind of thing, you know. It doesn't really matter about the music. It's just like, why are we not getting featured? So it's that kind of weird, irrational kind of thing. But I think you grow out that. I think maybe
if you channel that, I mean, if you channel any negativity towards, no, but I mean, that's why you guys are doing well, right? If you sit there embittered for the rest of your life, then you'll no one will ever hear if you're good or not, because you'll be sitting there going, oh, how can I get revenge on these people instead of how can I be better?
Don't need revenge. Revenge is a bit further.
Well, I don't know. But it's definitely an easy way to get over being bitter, and that's realizing that success is, as you said, is not finite. It's infinite. There's enough success to go around if you want it, and it's there for the taking if you work hard and love what you do. It's easier to love what you do because then you work hard naturally. It's not like a chore. If it's a chore, you won't be successful because you're like, oh, I have to do this. No, I get to do this. Again, it goes back to that.
I had a similar thing because I think I remember it was probably around 12 years ago. I saw this band. I was watching, I think it was Skid Row at O2 again. And the opening band, is someone that I recognize. Oh, I know these guys. I didn't know they were supporting. But see, because I was already kind of mature as a musician, instead of getting jealous, I was actually thinking, how did they get that slot? Maybe I should actually do that with my own band. You know, and then I kind of Googled them and found out how they had a management and they had this and they had an album. So I kind of gave me an idea. Okay, maybe my band should do this. Maybe we should, make an EP, release an EP, get maybe contact the management and stuff like that. Obviously, nothing happened with that band, but instead of getting jealous, I was actually again inspired to kind of follow their lead. Okay, how did they get that slot with Skid Row? Skid Row is one of my favorite bands, and so lucky they got that. But obviously, I was thinking they must have worked hard. They must have really good songs and good management to get that kind of slot. So yeah, like I said, instead of getting jealous, I was kind of interested in how they got that. How did they get to that level?
So you actually took action. I was saying, okay, what's a practical, productive thing I can do to help me to get where they are? And you did some research and got the facts. Yeah. That's really good. That's really good. It's a really good way. It's a much more mature way.
I guess that's what we've all had to do. Otherwise, we wouldn't make it. You have to get past I think the jealousy thing is more like an immature or youthful thing. But if you take it as a learning experience instead, then it's much more productive. Like Vincent was saying.
It's another test that life throws at you. Like we were just saying. It's another test life throws at you. Like you'll always, at some point in your life, if it's at school, you'll be jealous of someone else, and then you'll be like, how do you deal with that? Do you do what Vincent does and go, right? How do I work out how to get that thing that I want as well, and then logically figure out how to do it. How does it make you better? Because it will life throws it at you, and it's like how you respond to it, what you do, and how you make yourself better because of any challenge you
think
get.
Like being in a band is a bit like if you like in your personal life, if you're always comparing your success or yourself to other people, then it's not going to be always productive. It's the same with the band. If you've always been like, well, if you're always comparing yourself to other bands and why they're higher than you or why you're not at a level you want to be and stuff like that, it's not going to be productive. You've got to think what you can do to make yourself better.
And also, when does it end? Even when you're playing to thousands and thousands of people, maybe that other band is playing in a slightly better venue, or they got more coverage on the radio than you did. And what you don't realise, you're there playing to thousands of people with so many other bands looking up at you going, oh my God, how can we do that? But you're not even enjoying it because because you're worried about the other band and the fact that they got like a better tape magazine. So when does it ever end unless you're able to go? Because even with our band now at the modest level we at, there are probably bands who go, oh wow, those guys are doing really well. I love what they did with that video, or it's really cool that they're doing that. I want to do that. And it's being able to sort of enjoy the journey along the way.
Very good. I've got a story about a memorable gig I've just thought about. Okay, so it's not about my gig, it's about a band I saw. So the most amazing show that I ever saw, not even a band I like, or I didn't like until I saw them. Well, I was at Sonosphere maybe, I don't know, 10, 20 years ago. And it was the end of the night, just walking back from all the bands had finished, and they were walking back in the little tent. In the little tent was the band Dillinger Escape Plan playing. I didn't know any of them, right? But they played the most fucking crazy show I've ever seen, right? So there's like super technical shit, and the guitar player would play like a super riff, then spin the guitar around, play another riff, throw the guitar up in the air, catch it, and carry on playing a riff, right? It was the most insane guitar playing I've ever seen. Literally throwing the guitar up and then catching it perfectly and playing another riff. And then at the same time, the singer was getting all the crowd to stand still, and he'd sing and run across the shoulders of everyone in the crowd out into the middle, carry on singing, and run back to the stage. It's just like crowd running in and out while this fucking guy spinning his guitar around. And I was like, this is fucking insane. It was like the Hives kind of level performance, but like metal. It was insane. So yes, Dillinger Escape Plan is the craziest thing I've ever seen. And I have no idea how like they did all that and kept it in time and didn't just like get completely broken. But yes, that's my level to look up to in terms of crazy stage antics. Throwing a guitar up and then catching it in time to play the next riff, and then just running across the crowd. That's insane. That's what I thought.
Incredibly, wow, and that's like a very, very visual performance.
Yeah. I didn't know any of the songs, so all the songs was irrelevant. I was just like, this is the most fucking crazy band I've ever seen live. Because
I think if something very memorable happens visually at a show, it stays with you.
Oh, yeah.
Stuff like that, you're going to remember forever. And when I think back onto certain shows that I've seen over the years, it's some of the visuals that stay with me, whether those be early shows. One of the first bands I ever saw was AC/DC.
Nice.
And I don't remember anything about the show other than that it was really exciting. But also there was a bit where Angus went out into the crowd, the guitarist, and he rose up on this podium thing, which sort of came out of the ground, and it was in a spotlight. And that stayed with me because it's just so dramatic.
Yeah.
I also remember seeing a band play in...
I don't know if Dillinger played any of the right notes. It wasn't about that. It was all about... might have just been complete rubbish, but like, the performance was amazing.
Yeah, I mean, that's so cool. That's so theatrical, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then another show I remember, I don't really remember much about the music, but I remember the two guitarists looked like they were dressed like the Frog Brothers from Lost Boys. So that, was a very visual thing. I just remember that about it. So doing something visual at a show can be...
crazy front man, crazy performance.
Speaking of this, I actually remembered something because this show, again, like you said, Ben, I don't remember the music at all. But there was one particular moment I remember because the singer introduced the next song. So this next song is and then the drummer said, "Wait a minute." And then the singer said, "What do you mean, wait a minute?" Everyone just laughed.
That's
what I remember from that show. The singer's like, "What do you mean, wait a minute?"
I really want you to do that to Ben.
Oh, yeah, we'll have to do that now.
Like one day in a gig, just shout, "Wait a minute."
The drummer, he was fixing something. I think
do it as a thing, as a bit.
Like, wait a minute.
Oh, I see. I thought you meant it was a bit. Okay. I thought you meant it was a bit. That would be quite cool.
What do you mean? Wait a minute.
I've got something to say.
That's like part of the musical, doesn't it?
Yeah.
What do you mean, wait a minute? I mean, wait a minute. Okay, so if anybody ever comes to a show and sees us do that, you know
people are going to start. Fans are going to start doing that now.
What shouting it from the audience? Wait a minute.
If they do, then they will have seen this very obscure podcast episode, which in the future, like, will be like, oh, it's episode, was it 47 or 48 or something like that?
Oh, we're getting near 50.
That's exciting.
Wait,
Oh,
are
we
we
should
at
do a
50?
live. We should
No,
do
we're
a
not.
live one for 50.
Yeah.
Let us know. Let us know if you want us to do a live episode for episode.
Obviously,
50.
they're going to say yes. You
Well,
don't
I'm
have
just
to
trying
get
to
them
get
to
some
do that.
comments. Come on.
Write it down in the comments what it should be about. Okay, like, what do you guys want to see on the live episode? And it doesn't matter because you're just going to be able to write it in the comments on the actual episode, and then we can talk about it then. But we just want to get comments. This is not very original, is it? Write in the comments this and that. Yeah. What's your favorite live show that you've been to or seen or even performed at? That's what we want to know. That's what we want to start a discussion about in the comments on YouTube and potentially later on in Discord at the Discord party. We've now got 59 members in Discord.
That's wicked.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good going. We're getting some more. So welcome new people. Welcome
And
everyone on Discord.
To the YouTube members, thank you. We've got like
Oh yeah, what's happening on YouTube?
On YouTube membership, we added last week when we're uploading all of our previous bands videos, so you can see all of the how we got here. And there's some good stuff on there.
If they become a member of the page, they've got access to other stuff.
Yeah. You get extra videos if you join as a member of the YouTube channel. And there's good stuff on there.
Yeah, there's some previous bands, and it's all in one place, isn't it? So
Yeah. Stuff we've talked about.
Yeah,
We're going to add more stuff to it as well. So it's going well. It's going well.
yes, that's really good. So you guys, after the cast gets broadcast on the Sunday night, do you then immediately go over to Discord and have some chats and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
I may
Yeah,
start-
or
I may
like
start
on sometimes
joining
on
you.
Fridays and something. Like we'll invite you next time.
yeah.
No, when it kicks off, when Discord kicks off, sometimes it's a Friday night or something like that. But yeah, like I appreciate that you're obviously not always not busy on those days. But yeah, we can definitely.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you guys make a habit of
Start a proper party.
going there after the broadcast on the Sunday, it's
Well, I
part
do
of,
that.
like,
Yeah.
almost part of it.
Yeah, we do.
If you sometimes do
Yeah.
that, I might do the same thing. That's quite cool.
And thank you for everyone that's posted about receiving their supporter packs for Falling to the Silence. It's nice to see all your photos. Glad they arrived. Okay. Took me ages to like hand post them also.
Oh man, that's insane! Thank you so much for doing that, Adam. I mean, that's no small feat. Handwriting all those, making sure they're all right as well, because you don't want to mess up
to
the
do all the
postcode.
badges as well. I did all the badges and everything. So.
And then packing the envelopes, then going to the post office. It's very time consuming. So thank you for doing that. It's a big deal.
That's fun.
Hard labor.
Well, absolutely.
Well, absolutely.
I'm gonna try not to overuse that.
Can I? We go before we wrap up. Can I tell my first early?
Oh yeah, go for it. Yeah.
Because I've got one, and I thought I had to
cool.
add to it because it's ridiculous. So when I was at school, I was in a band with my friends who are from a different school, and their school wore suits to school, but mine we could wear what we wanted, and I didn't like being told what to wear. But then one of the days they had to do a battle of the bands, and their bass player who was in their band had left. I think he'd left the school. He'd moved away. So I was replacing him, and their school had a battle of the bands, and they smuggled me in. I had to pretend I went to their school. So I had to like get a suit, but I gothed it up because I didn't want to be told what to wear. And then I went to the school. I played in the school hall, sort of very, very much been like the beginning of Back to the Future, not the Enchantment of the Sea dance, but the very beginning of it, where he's playing to his panel of stiff teachers. Then after that, we played the heat, and then I left. I tried to leave the building, and as I was walking off the school premises, must have been halfway through the day, one of the teachers was like, "Oi, where do you think you're going?" And made me come back, and it was sports day, and they made me, this isn't even a dream, this is a real thing that happened. They made me join in the sports day because they thought I was a student. And what I had to do was because I wasn't on the list, so I had to man the high jump whilst everyone else, all these other kids jumped over it until 3:15 when the bell went.
That's really cool.
You couldn't say, I don't actually go to the school because...
No, because then we get disqualified out of the class.
That sounds like something from a film. Really.
Yeah, it's actually
That
something
is
that
a
happened.
comedy film set up, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it was quite fun though. I enjoyed meeting all the people that went to that school and being in the school. I was like funneling around the corridors and stuff with them. I was like, this is great. I'm an imposter. This is fine.
Wait, how did you do in the Battle of the Bands?
Didn't win.
No. How was the
I think,
high
I'm
jump?
not sure. I don't know why. And if anyone ever who was in that group at the time ever watches this can correct me what happened. I don't know if it's that they found out I didn't go to that school. But the song we played was An Honest Mistake by The Bravery.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
Tune. Good video as well.
Yeah.
Well, how was the high jump?
I didn't perform in it, but I mean, it was fun to move the pole up and down.
Did
I
you have
guess.
to pick up the stick every time it was?
Yes, I did.
What a bizarre.
With another
Rock
kid,
and roll.
another kid on the other side.
Just before we end, I want to comment on the fact that Vinny's wearing his Vinny merch.
Oh, is it?
I
yeah,
love
Vinny
that.
merch.
That logo is so cool. You designed it, didn't you?
Yes, I designed this. I think it took me about 6 to 8 months, on and off, obviously not every day. So
Nice.
that's my logo.
And so it's like your initials.
My initials, J, V, V.
It's really cool. It's really cool.
Yeah.
When
I was designing it, I had different mock-ups, different shapes, and in the end, I kind of coupled it.
Really cool.
Nice.
I had
It's
it on
quite-
my phone as well.
Really good logo.
It's quite metally as well, which is generally the kind of rock and metal is your thing.
Yeah, that was kind of like that was my goal, to have something, metal, and because like I said, I had different mock-ups, different shapes, but they didn't really represent my, taste.
Brand.
My brand, exactly.
Tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool.
You're
Do
tough,
you-
man.
Tough TM. Or what it was.
Do you sell it?
Yeah, I sell it
You do?
on my website, T-shirt, cap, not cap.
Oh my god.
Mugs and stuff. Yeah,
Mugs!
I have mugs.
Oh my god, I need one.
I have
Wait,
different
you
stuff.
need to, Ben. You should get one and have your tea in it on the episode.
Yeah.
Wait, we need to get Diamond Cast mugs.
Yeah.
I was looking at them
Like
this
morning
week.
TV mugs. Do you know what I mean?
Shush,
Yeah.
shush. I was looking at these this week. We'll surprise people.
My big mouth strikes again. All right, well, we better stop this show before it gets any worse. And anything. I mean, you're the one that said we've got them. I was just like, oh, put that here. Vincent's fault for having mugs. Have you got one there? Did you just drink from one?
No.
Oh. Cool. Okay.
All right, guys.
Then thanks everyone.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Thank you.
Stuff.
Final thought for the day.
Please like and subscribe this video. And join us on Patreon.
Exactly.
I was going to say, I have learned from this episode.
Oh,
You'll always
haven't
have your mind and your passion. No matter what happens to you in your life, you'll always have the thing that you love, and no one can take that away from you.
That's really nice. And it's like an inner fortress, an inner sanctuary that you can always feel safe in.
Yep, and make your own and make your thing and love it and go forth into the world with it.
I'm so tempted to press the button, but I won't.
Press it.
Oh, missed it.
For the last.
Absolutely.
Bye. We'll see you guys next week.
Nice.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye,
See you next week. Bye. Thanks again for watching that episode of Diamond Cast. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and leave a comment if you enjoyed the episode. Thank you to our patrons and YouTube subscribers for your continued support. It means the world to us, and it keeps the channel alive. And we can't wait to see you next time.